Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Whiteboard Banter. We are here today, and you guys probably can't see the screen, and also this is a podcast, but we are here to make a tier list of our favorite Marvel Phase 1 and Phase 2 films. And I think this is going to be fun. We're all fairly opinionated people. I don't know if that's come across on the videos yet or the podcast, but that's what we're going to be talking about today. I would like to say that this is like a different episode than normal, but so far all of our episodes have kind of been all over the place, so maybe it fits exactly on par with what we've normally been doing.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
I am recording on everything.
Just checking.
We're professionals, of course.
We are.
Just checking.
A lot of stakes here, because if we get something super wrong, I know everyone has their own opinion about this, but dude, I'm afraid we'll lose fans due to us ranking something incorrectly.
What fans?
Dude, we had tons of fans.
Oh, my bad.
All
Sorry.
34 of them.
Thank you, by the way.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
Okay, so...
By the way, we're trying to get to 50 subs by the end of the month, so if you've made it 2 minutes into this video so far, go ahead and leave us a sub. You can unsub by the end of the month, but we just want to hit that 50
free
mark.
trial. Do a free trial.
Yeah, free trial.
Uh-huh.
That's the best part about subscribing. It's free.
It is.
It's amazing.
I hate that type of YouTube videos. Like, hey, by the way, we're doing all of this content. Hey, subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later. And then they wink at the camera and they're like, all right, let's get back to the video.
Kind of like what you're doing right now.
Yeah, you do that. Yeah.
But the algorithm requires it. So, all right, let's talk about Iron Man 1.
Yeah, let's just
Directed by Jean
Iron Man 1,
Favreau.
the first one. Okay.
Jean Favreau.
Jean Favreau. All right, so we have S for super, A for awesome, B for
Better than normal.
C for
Kind of okay.
Guys, because kind of starts with the C, yeah, for sure.
D for dumb, bad, and then didn't see.
All right, I think we should go ahead and start with the
Man
first
1.
Marvel movie, Iron Man 1.
Yes.
Dante, where are you putting Iron Man 1 on this list personally? What's your take?
Iron Man 1.
I have an easy answer for this one.
It's a good movie.
I enjoy it.
I'm going to go B.
Are you serious?
I'd go
That's
S.
what I'm doing.
It's S for me, dude.
I'd go for
S?
A.
It's like one of the top 5 Marvel
You
movies
gotta-
for me. One of the top 5 Marvel
Don't get me
movies.
top five
wrong.
Marvel
It's
movies.
good.
I think it's
but
straight up one of the top 5 Marvel movies for me.
It has its problems though. I think it's good for what it is. It
think it's
sets up a
fantastic.
lot. But I think
All
a
right,
lot
let's
of
put
what
an A
comes
then,
in
'cause
after
it's-
that, I think a lot of what comes after
Yeah.
Iron Man is a lot better.
That's
Don't
fair.
get me wrong. That movie holds a very special place in a lot of people's hearts because it's the very first Marvel
It
movie
is.
in this new era.
Yeah.
Or I guess, do we
Right.
want to... Yeah.
Because for me, it has the best visuals of like the visuals are better than
They
a
used
lot
a lot of practical effects.
than most Marvel movies.
I think
to this
we
day.
should put it in
A. That's good. All right, it's a good
I'm okay.
compromise.
Yeah, A is good.
All right, next up we got Hulk.
That's a B or C.
Let's be honest. Dante, have you ever seen Hulk?
I have.
Let's see. Actually,
Um,
probably.
I'm going to be honest. I was not too crazy about it.
I think I'd give it a B or C.
I think it's
probably-
underrated.
I'd
We
probably
have to
go
put...
C.
okay, look. We're not saying that some of these Marvel movies are bad, but we have to use the whole scale, right?
There's a couple that I know for a fact
I
would be the
would
bad
feel
tier for me,
comfortable
but-
putting Hulk.
We haven't
in,
got to the Thor movies yet.
Exactly.
Oh, true. Yeah. Well, there you go.
So I think
I say
Hulk
we
is-
put it in
I say
C.
C.
See?
All right.
I'm glad we can all agree on that.
Look at that. Look at us go.
Yeah.
Well,
It was like
there's-
This has
yeah,
been
there it
whiteboard
was.
agreements. All right.
no banter needed. All right, so after...
That's what's next.
I think we got
Iron Man
Thor.
2. Iron Man 2 is next.
I think you're right. Iron Man 2.
Yeah, and then Thor.
Yeah,
and then
you're
Captain
right.
America.
Yeah, it totally is.
It is.
Yes.
So the second Iron Man movie, I don't think is nearly as good as the
It
first
definitely
one.
isn't less good. But is
Right.
it better or worse than Hulk? I think it's.
I think it's about the same.
About the
actually.
same.
Yeah, I would put that in C as well. I think.
Yeah, so I think they did something really cool of hey, he's still the same character. There was some character growth,
Right.
development that happened there. They
Yeah.
added some new ideas on the stuff that's still in Tony Stark's heart.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it holds the same weight
Oh, it's
or legacy as the
Definitely
first
not
one.
as good as the first
It
one.
doesn't. It's
And
just
cool.
I don't know.
Honestly, I forgot this movie was next, and so I think that
Yeah.
goes to show.
It's not as memorable as Iron Man 1. for
Iron
sure.
Man 2.
There.
All right, here it is.
Iron Man 2. All right. Now we got
Dos pasito.
Hulk. That's an easy bad tier for me.
Thor?
Thor 1. Yeah, that's like my lead. That's like bottom 3.
Thor
Marvel
was
movies.
not great. I think I think it's even a D. I think D is good for
And
me.
I know some people like it. who
I
have
would
watched
give it a B. I
but
like that
watch
movie.
it again. The cinematography is like
Oh,
physically.
dude. Like, what is it called?
It's
Dutch angle?
There's a Dutch angle every other shot, and it's like
What's
so
a Dutch
bad.
angle?
a Dutch angle is like
So when it's like slanted?
for no reason though, and it's like it goes back and forth.
Like,
just
they'll be
every
having
other shot.
I was
dialogue.
like, man, I'm getting
And I'm just like,
vertigo.
wow.
Yeah, they'll have
okay.
dialogue just like...
It's like the most
Yeah,
obvious
man.
green screen. Also, the whole movie.
Okay, but
The writing's bad.
I think it's. I really like the characters that it introduces. It introduces Loki. It introduces Thor. Hawkeye makes his first appearance there. So does the agents of Shield. Like, they start coming in there. I think it sets up a lot, and I think that it's a very good. I think that's the first time in Marvel things that I'm like, oh wait, this is something bigger.
Yeah.
And so I think, you guys may give it hate. You literally just said,
I think it's
hey,
literally-
if you guys think you like it, go watch it again.
because that's
And
how bad it is.
that-
No, but
you are.
I thought it was
Okay.
good until I watched it
Up
again. I was like,
until-
holy crap, this is awful.
I didn't like Loki as a character until the first Avengers, though.
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm with you there.
He was just kind of boring. I'm sorry.
I would say that movie is boring. Like, the climax
Yeah.
is the entire movie is rather underwhelming.
I think it's literally one of the worst Marvel movies ever made. And I'm not being.
You are opinionated.
I'm a hater for that
Wow.
movie. I'm a registered
Dude,
hater.
wait till we get to
for
Phase
Thor.
4. Holy crap!
That's for another episode.
Yeah.
Next episode of White Board Banter coming soon.
Yes. But we could. Would that go in bad since Dante and I both said bad, or would it compromise in D?
Let's go D if that's
Okay.
okay with you guys.
That's fine.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, whenever we get to Thor: The Dark World,
We'll probably agree on
I
some
won't.
things.
Yeah.
Okay,
So let's
Captain
just go
America,
ahead.
right? Captain America.
Captain America is the next movie.
Okay, this is a lot of people's favorite movie. Like,
Yeah.
I ask a lot of
Yeah.
people, like maybe 33% of the time, they'll say Captain America: First Avenger. I mean, I don't know. Like, some of these other movies, I just like more.
I would
Yeah.
put it on the same level as the first Iron Man movie. I'd put it
Interesting.
In A. I really like the first.
I think Dante and I are agreeing on
Captain
a lot
America.
of things because I think it's a solid movie.
You guys just like to hate things, don't you?
I don't hate
Yeah.
it. I think it's a
I love
solid
it.
movie, but the middle part kind of dips down a little bit with the pacing.
You see, that's where the character development comes in.
I guess so.
You think you hate it? Just watch it again, Michael.
I just watched it recently. I've been watching all these movies recently in order, so I already have my.
So that was one of
ranking.
that was, I think, the first Marvel movie that I saw was Captain America, and I have a whole lot of good memories from it.
So it's
I
your
think
Iron Man one.
It is my Iron Man one.
Yeah.
And then I watched Avengers next, and I was like, who are these other characters? And it was a little confusing, but I love the idea that it's not a super happy ending. Like, by the end of it,
Okay.
Steve Rogers and Peggy don't get together. Like, by the end of the movie, you're kind of left feeling like,
Yeah,
oh
that's fair.
shoot, that's
I will
it. Like,
say
nobody
the,
won.
The ending of Captain America is fantastic.
It's so
the movie
good.
as a whole,
Yeah.
though. I'm gonna put it in like a B for me personally.
I'd put
it's
it
like
in
a B
A.
or C potentially for me. But like a high C.
You said a C.
mid B. Yeah,
You're putting it on the same level as Hulk.
Yeah,
It's a little
you gotta
better.
Think about that.
it's a little better than that. I guess that's fair. Yeah, it's like B. It's B for me.
Take it with a grain of salt, but I would put it in B. I would. I'm sorry.
it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's my personal opinion. We
I
can-
feel like, though, that's what the majority of us said. So.
Yep. Yep. Hopefully, this will come to a somewhat normal of a tier list with us equaling each other's views out.
I know.
You know?
So after
Yeah.
Captain America, then we had the first Avengers movie. I feel like
I think that's on the same level as Iron Man for me potentially.
I think I would put it
Dude.
in A.
I think it's
yeah,
an A.
that's a good movie.
It's an
Like,
A. I don't want to put an S because I think there's better ones.
I
But it's
already
A.
have my idea of what an S tier movie is.
me too.
Yeah, there's not
I
a-
hope we agree.
There's one movie on this list that's
I
S
hope
for
we
me,
agree.
and I think we'll agree. I think we will.
We never discussed this, but I think we might.
Oh wait, there's two movies that you might put up there.
No, there's definitely two.
Okay.
But the first Avengers movie, I think it could be an S tier movie. Like, I'm
It
just
could.
gonna go and
Um,
it's the first movie of its kind to have a whole bunch of crossovers like this.
It's a very well-made movie.
And think of what
super.
I mean, what Iron Man did, this movie did better.
Yeah.
It had character development and character growth for every character that was in there of the main 6 Avengers. It introduced all of it in a 1 hour, 1.5 hour, 2 hour movie. I think it's fantastic for what
Yeah,
it does.
it's really well done. Yeah,
But I think that it should be in an S tier.
you think so? I think it should be A tier because the movie that I know should be an S tier is like a good bit better. But just like
We do have to have some differences.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's all of Phase 1. In A tier, we have Iron Man in the first Avengers movie. In the B tier, we have Captain America, first Avenger. C tier is Hulk and Iron Man 2. And then in D tier is Thor.
I think it's a pretty respectable so far list.
I
you
think
know?
Right,
that's
yeah.
pretty
Really?
pretty
unoffensive.
unoffensive.
Yeah.
That's the
I think
word I
so.
was looking for.
All right, let's
Yeah.
get to the next
But
one.
directly after this, we had Iron
Man
Man
3.
3.
Here's
Yes.
here's a hot take that a lot of people disagree with me. I think Iron Man 3 is a lot better than people give it credit for.
I agree.
Like,
yeah.
I like the movie a
I
lot.
think so too. I don't think it's great.
I don't think it's
but
great. I think it's
I don't
definitely
think
better
it
than Iron Man
deserves a lot of the
2.
hate,
And-
especially compared to like.
I don't think it's as good as the first one, but I think it's like
It's a
pretty
I'd put
solid
that in a
movie.
C tier.
But people hate on that movie for no reason. I'm like, you put that C tier. That's a B tier movie for me.
I'm not
I
putting
was
it on
about
the
to-
same level as the first Captain America movie. I
Unless Dante agrees with you, in
religiously
which case,
can't.
I don't. I think it's.
if we had to
I
put
think
Thor
it's
in the D
better
tier,
than Hulk in Iron Man 1.
Then let's
Iron
move
Man 2.
Hulk and Iron Man 2 to D tier because
then we have to move
no way.
Thor to the bad tier because it belongs
Actually,
in the
I'm
bad
okay
tier.
with that.
All right, fine. Then we agree. It's a good
Yeah.
compromise. All right, great.
I think Thor
Everybody's
was
happy.
bad. I don't-
Thor was bad. Hulk and that was okay.
Oh man, we just
C tier,
retconned a
alright.
lot of what we just did.
That's fine. That's fine.
But I think this is
all right. Okay, there we go.
Iron Man 3 better than Iron Man 2.
By far. for
So
me.
let me talk
It's
about
definitely better.
my complaints with this movie. This
Okay.
movie sets up a lot, and I think that it does it really, really well, but there's almost no payoff for it in the entire film. So think about it. So he's struggling with PTSD, right? He's made all of these suits. He's been through battle. He had to fight in the Avengers. He literally fought aliens. And he's struggling with PTSD until he realizes, and then he doesn't. Like, what is that catalyst of an event that he's like, oh, I'm better now? Like,
Well,
that's the part that I'm...
He gets the thing fixed and then destroys all his suits.
Well, yeah, but you figure out that he
but he didn't. Though.
Well, in this movie he did, but then next movies, that's not this movie's problem. It's
he's
the
like,
next
he's like, I'm
movies
going to
that were
destroy
like-
all of my suits. But I think they knew that because by the time that they had this movie, they already knew that he was going to be in the next Avengers.
That's fair.
movie.
Yeah, that is fair.
And so
It's
I
kinda-
think this movie was ambitious and it set out to do a lot, but I don't think it successfully
it took
did.
risks in it.
It did take
some
risks.
worked, some didn't. Yeah.
What do you think worked? What worked in this movie?
What I think worked, it's not tied to the
Oh,
Avengers
if he
as much.
can, I can.
It's like much of its own story. And the best part about this is if you want to make a superhero sequel movie, do this. This is what Spider-Man 2 did. You strip away their powers and see how well they can overcome situations when they don't have their powers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 did that, and he was able to save a kid in the fire, without his powers at all. And then he realized, he was like, man, like, I still, at the end of the day, have this responsibility to save people with or without powers, And Iron Man 3, he's like, he doesn't have a suit. He's stranded in the middle of Tennessee, and then he like goes
So
to
I did like
Lowe's
that
and gets a bunch of like
Yeah, that was
random
cool.
gear.
I did like that part of
pretty
the
sick.
movie.
Yeah, because he realizes his superpower is his brains, not necessarily his suit.
Money,
It's
yeah.
or his money. It's
Dante,
like-
do you defend this movie for me?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, like the fighting sequences are good. The villain is intimidating. The stakes are high. I mean, the character development is there. Yeah, it's a little confusing. The fact that the whole arc was like, I'm destroying the suits, but then the next movie is like, oh, I have a cool suit now. It's like, oh, got
Yeah,
it.
that's
So-
Cool
so-
new better suit, and I have like 30 of them because then he brings out the Hulkbuster and everything else.
right.
Anyway,
I think it could have been so much more than it was, which is I think is why I'm comfortable with it being C. But I'm saying it's better than the first Iron Man.
yeah.
And
I think it's better than the
definitely
first
the
Iron
Hulk
Man.
Oh, not first. I meant second.
Iron Man 2. Okay,
My second.
yeah.
My bad.
I was
My
about
bad. Kind of a waste.
But another thing that I like about it is the intro of the film was really cool. Just like the slow motion of the suits being destroyed. And I don't know, I like it a lot. Just like it just feels very cinematic and just like this is cool.
okay, I think
Visually,
I'll settle that it is a C-tiered film, but
Okay,
I agree to disagree on whether or
Okay.
not it's better than the Thor.
You
I'm just kidding. I'm just
What?
kidding.
I was like, no. All right. What's the next movie we got here?
Thor 2, actually. So
I mean, that's pretty bad. I think.
I think we're
It's
gonna.
bad.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Okay.
wish- we gotta-
moving on.
Enough said.
Can we
Movie
make another
sucks.
one called like really bad? Like it's way worse than the first Thor.
I think.
So there are some moments that like I literally laughed out loud. Like, okay, it introduces the Infinity Stones. It's kind of like where it starts introducing those, which I think is cool. There's a lot of payoff, and in an Endgame, they end up going back to this film. Also, like during the final fight, when they opened up the portals to the 9 realms, and like the hammer, he was like calling on his hammer, and his hammer was like going through all those portals. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, a thing I thought was interesting, like a good thing. Probably the only thing I can think of that's pretty good about this movie is, oh my gosh, Loki, his character was a little better in this than in the first one.
He was
because
much
it
more
was
of a
more
trickster.
fleshed out, you know, and then he had a lot
Yeah.
more trauma, and you could kind of see his character more. The cinematography was much better, much more improved. Still not great. It was just kind of dull. Overall, I could fall asleep to this movie so easily. It's so boring, dude.
Yeah.
It was an important movie to have. Like
Yeah.
you said, like it develops
It could've
Loki
been-
more, the Infinity Stones, huge, like really important. But it's just bad, you know. It's like
yeah.
Honestly, I could flip a coin which one's worse, Thor 1 or Thor 2. For me
I
personally,
think depending on the day.
it depends on the day for me.
I think I would much rather rewatch Thor: The Dark World though, because Thor the first one, it's got almost nothing going for it.
For me, I think Thor 1 is just laughably bad, so I can at least laugh and have a good time.
Yeah.
Thor 2 is just boring. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's like the difference between Attack of the Clones and Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace is boring. Attack of the Clones is hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good way
It's
of
like-
putting at it. Yeah.
Should we have a Star Wars like
We'll do that.
tier list?
That's
We'll do
a good
that
idea.
later.
We'll
We'll
do
do
that
that
later
later.
episode.
Dude, we can't just have all of our videos now from now on be tier list because we can literally make a tier list for everything.
Oh,
what
that's
why
accurate.
not?
date
It's,
of
it's so much
like,
fun to make.
They are
what
fun to make.
city in Mississippi tier lists? Like,
Holy cow. That's. All right. What's
so
next?
after that, we have Captain America.
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
For me, that's a BA for me.
That is an S tier movie.
That's an
for
S
me.
tier movie,
That's an S tier?
bro.
All right.
It is an S tier
I'll
movie.
fold and
That's like
let you
my
guys put an S tier.
favorite Marvel movie.
It's your
It is-
favorite one?
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
It's
And we didn't talk about this before.
No, we have not.
It's top like 6 for me probably because there's so many now. But because there's like
I
Infinity
thought-
War,
I thought we
Endgame,
were-
2 Guardians
Hey, we're gonna
movies.
talk about those later.
All right, we'll talk
The
about them
second
later.
Guardians of the Galaxy movie sucks.
No, it does not. Take that back right now. That movie's fantastic. You said that on purpose. That movie is literally 10 out of 10.
10
Watch it
outs.
again. Watch
Guardians
it
of the
again.
Galaxy
Volume 2 is so good, dude. Watch it
Dude,
again.
there are good parts.
Dude, that movie's fantastic. Pacing, nailed. Performance, nailed. Writing is nailed. Everything about it. The music fits way better with the story than the first one does.
I had no idea you felt like this, man.
Every single song. Yes, I'm so passionate about this.
Look at him go.
Every single song choice in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We're not even talking about these yet. But the writing of the songs and the story behind the songs fits in with the story of the movie so well. The death of Yondu is so much more impactful than any death in any Marvel movie prior. Name one death of a single Marvel character before that is somewhat impactful whatsoever. Go ahead.
Got me there.
I don't think I can.
See? And then the death of Yondu, it's like this big emotional event, and then the song that plays, and then this funeral and everything. And Star-Lord realizes that his whole first 2 movies has been chasing after his father, realizing that Yondu was his father the whole time. It wrecks you, dude. Watch it again, because people watched it, and I think they were just like, they forgot about it. It is so good.
We'll talk about
Watch
that.
that movie again.
Mic
I'm
drop.
actually so passionate about that. That was dead serious. I know I played it up a little bit, but I'm like dead serious, dude.
Dude,
We'll talk about that later, but
I'll
We
pull
will.
up my notes for it. We can cut that because that's has nothing to do with this episode.
No, I definitely will keep that because it's so hilarious.
All right.
Yeah.
Captain America: Winter Soldier, directed first movie by the Russo brothers in the Marvel
a
Cinematic
really good movie.
Universe. Combat amazing, pacing amazing.
So good.
It deals with the fallout of the Avengers movie. Nick Fury is
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we need to start having like better security." It gets overtaken by Hydra. Boom! From the first movie, it is so good. The combat, the duality between him trying to like find Bucky and
Yeah.
having to like Bucky is fighting him. Like,
Yeah.
it's so good. So many fighting scenes in there are so good, and you're totally right. And that's why Captain America took like the side like against like the government taking control of the Avengers in Civil War because he saw like what could happen to these big corporations and stuff
So good.
via Hydra. Oh, it's so good.
We're
There's so many
such
good reasons.
nerds, dude. I just realized.
dude, we've
You
been
just
on-
realized?
No, this movie actually is great because it's kind of like Jason Bourne, but if you could actually see the action, like with good cinematography, you know, it's like,
Dude, why are you hitting on?
Oh,
Jason
dude, the
Bourne over here?
elevator
I like
scene?
The elevator scene
was
the
great,
bus
yeah.
scene, the scene where Falcon, was that his name?
Falcon? Yeah.
yeah, he's cool.
I was like, wait, what's
He's
the
alright.
what's the guy from DC? What's the Falcon version? Is that
oh,
Hawkman?
Hawkman. No, yeah, I think it's good. I
But
think it's better than
Falcon-
Civil War for me.
Falcon
personally.
is definitely one of the best, like, side characters.
Yeah.
Side superheroes.
I like him way better than Hawkeye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
great.
think Hawkeye is overrated. I'm sorry. Everybody loves him. I'm just like,
He's cool
cool.
in Ronin.
he can shoot a as a Ronin for 2 seconds.
We'll talk about that later.
We can
talk about that later. We'll talk about that
We keep
later.
getting way ahead of ourselves, bro.
Well, a lot of these movies, like,
Yeah, we do.
We think of where these characters end up, and
Yeah.
personally, like, I don't love where a lot of these characters ends up.
Yeah.
But at the very beginning,
Right.
I have to like tap into that power, into that nostalgic feeling that I was feeling like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
That's S tier. Move on. Come on.
it's an A tier.
A tier. Get the frick out of here. That's S tier.
I'm with. I think. I haven't watched this in a while.
Before we do the next
the
episode of this podcast, we have to watch both Guardians movies because you guys need to be reminded of just how insane these movies are.
I think it's great.
Because here's the thing. These are the first Marvel movies.
Dude, you're so passionate
I
about
really
this.
am.
This is hilarious.
These are the first Marvel movies where it's like, oh, that's directed by a director, not a corporation. Like, it doesn't feel like an MCU. It's like, oh, that's James Gunn.
Well,
And you can
I would
feel
say
his heart and soul.
Captain
throughout the
America
movies.
Winter Soldier did that.
It did do that. I will say, Russo Brothers did do that pretty well. So there's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I like it. I think A tier is enough for it though. I think A tier is a comfortable spot for it.
Okay, it's fine.
I'm sorry, Michael.
No, it's fine.
So
it's
I
fine.
think-
Just
I
put, like,
think
the
it's-
best MCU movie on A tier. It's whatever.
That's
It's not
the best.
The best.
You're
I
right.
think
Guardians 2 is
No,
the best.
no, it's not, Michael.
Guardians is
All
an
right.
A tier movie.
We were watching all these movies
It is
again.
on par with Avengers
Holy
and
cow.
Iron Man.
Dude, that
I think
is really good.
It is really good.
he is fantastic,
Yeah, no,
Michael.
it's good.
Hey,
It's good. Yeah, it's just, whatever. It's fine. All right, move on. Next one.
all right. Then we got Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
This
That's
one,
hot
that one's
take.
kind of mid, not going to lie.
Hot take. I actually liked
Really?
it.
You
I really liked it.
All right. I mean, I don't really care about it.
I'll be okay with putting it in B tier.
I think
Sure.
it's a really good B tier.
Where would you put it, Michael? Where'd
I'd
you
probably put it like C. Like it's all right.
Why?
I think it's the
Why?
worst of it.
Why?
give me a good reason why.
Because Quicksilver, waste of a character. Also, the fastest man alive. Guess how he freaking dies? A bullet. The guy who can run faster than a bullet
He's got a point.
gets shot.
Okay, well, come on.
Saving Hawkeye. What? Nobody freaking cares. You know?
No, he's too OP. He needed to die.
And then, I mean, I guess that's all I got to say about that one.
Just because a cool character died. That's why it was so sad, man. It was a waste. But so would any other death,
Yeah,
of a
but he
superhero.
sucked to begin with anyways, so I guess it was fine.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, the Hulk Smasher scene was cool. That was good. I liked
It was
that.
really cool. I liked Ultron. Ultron's character.
Ultron's
is a
cool
great
villain.
villain. I think he's underrated.
Vision is introduced in this one.
All right, it's
I
solid.
think this is one of the first Marvel
it's a-
movies, though, that goes other places than just America, and I think
Yeah.
it works really well.
It's
like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
They end up trying to find more vibranium.
We can
for
agree it's
Ultron.
the worst of the Avengers movies, at least, though. Probably right. I think it's worse
think
than
I
the
can
first
agree
one.
with that.
Yeah. So that's like a
That's a,
You know
that's
what?
a B.
I think I would say that I like Age of Ultron better than the first one, but I think the first one just is so
a
much
better
more impactful.
movie. Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah.
that's enough.
Man.
Well, that's a B tier movie.
It's crazy that we still don't know the directors for the first two Avengers movies. Like, we have no idea who it is. That's crazy. It's a little joke for you.
Well, I don't get it.
I don't get it. So
That actually makes it better, so we're good. Next one.
Got
I'll
it.
explain later.
Josh,
I guess we're not that much of nerds. Joe.
That's weird. I don't know who that guy is. We'll explain it later. Ant-Man. I think that's kind of underrated for me. Not gonna lie. I think it's a pretty good movie. People hate on it. I'm like, all right, it's funny. I don't know.
I think it's.
I don't
it's
I don't
a
love
funny
it,
movie.
but it's not like bad. It's
Yeah,
that's how I feel about
I'm-
most MCU movies. They're all
I'm
kind
gonna
of okay. They're good.
I'm gonna say
This one made me laugh.
I'm gonna
a
say
lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna say Ant-Man C tier. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna walk away.
All right, that's fine with you. I don't care.
I would agree with you.
Yeah. You could say D, C, or B. I wouldn't care. I'd be like, sure.
I would say probably not D.
I don't. I mean,
Yeah,
C.
yeah.
C's fine. C's fine. Yeah. Let's put it C.
All right, cool.
I don't care about that one. It's
All right.
So is there any other rearranging that we want to have? Michael is
not any that you guys are going to agree to. but,
Michael is angry that we didn't put
Yeah,
Guardians
it's
as an
fine.
S tier movie.
It's fine.
all right, sweet.
I don't think this is a terrible list though. Like,
I think
I'd
you'd
be
agree
like-
with everything except for Guardians of the
I just think Guardians of the Galaxy is a great movie. But that's my personal opinion.
You think it should be an S tier movie?
I think it is an S tier movie, but that's okay. People disagree.
I think that movie has some pacing issues.
You think it has pacing issues?
I do.
Interesting.
I think I love the first part of it up until like they break free of the jail, If like they have the big prison break scene. I don't think Ronan. I don't think he's a great villain.
That's a good point. Which is why I think the second one's better because the villain's so much better.
I think Ego, the Living Planet,
Ego is great.
Is a pretty good villain.
Yeah.
I think Thanos is introduced. That's cool. I don't like the way that they defeat Ronan. I think that's kind of boring. Like I think it's funny, but then it's like
it's a good joke, but like
they don't defeat him as a joke. They do a joke and then they defeat him seriously. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Guys, this has been fun.
Okay, so just an overview. In bad, we got Thor 1 and Thor 2.
I think that's appropriate.
That's appropriate.
So. Yeah, agreed.
In D, we have Hulk and Iron Man 2.
Yeah, that's great.
That works for me. In C, we have Iron Man 3 and Ant-Man.
That's great.
In B tier, we got Captain America First Avenger and then the Avengers Age of Ultron, which I think is solid.
I think that's pretty solid.
And then in A tier, we got Iron Man 1, Avengers 1, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think that's solid.
Tier, we have the one and only Captain America Winter Soldier.
Okay.
Guess what I'm going to say?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sure?
Michael would have a
I mean, there's nothing I can change about it, so,
Yeah, you're right.
I got voted, so.
You're right.
Yep.
Thank you so much for watching or listening, and make sure to leave a like, comment if you agree with what we have made, and please stay tuned to watch more episodes like this.
Yeah, this has been Whiteboard Banner. We'll see you next time.
We are watching Guardians 2 tonight if we can. It's fantastic.